Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It's EROCKRODZ, and this is the TST R002 E-bike. This is a moped-style Class 3 e-bike that's rated to go 28 miles per hour. But this bike retails for only $7.99, and on Black Friday you could catch it for $6.99. So at this price point, how good can it be? Let's test it out and see how it does. But first, let's take a closer look. So this e-bike runs a 48 volt system, and it has a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery. In the rear, we're running a 750 watt motor that peaks at 1500 watts. It's rated for 90 Newton meters of torque, can go up to 28 miles per hour. It ships as a Class 2 and needs to be unlocked from Class 2 by using the app, which unlocks it to be a Class 3. The bike is running on 20 by 4 inch fat tires. It does run with mag wheels, nicely styled mag wheels, so no worrying about tightening spokes. The bike comes with Core Ride branded hydraulic shocks and has 180 millimeter rotors. The bike is dual suspension, front and rear, and includes front and rear fenders as well. Safety features include bright headlight and a flashing rear tail light when you press the front and rear brakes. We'll go over the cockpit. Starting from the left side, the thumb throttle is on the left side. I normally prefer my throttle on the right side, so we'll see if we could switch that over at some point, but for now, it's come stock on the left side. Then next to the throttle, we have your power on and off switch that has 4 buttons. The power button, a headlight button, the up arrow and down arrow to control your pedal assist levels. Then we have the screen that you can toggle through your trip and odometer. And then on the right side, we have a 7-speed Shimano shifter. The bike has a nice long seat, but it also adds an extended seat if you have a passenger. And then it does come with included passenger pegs, but the thing to notice is that they are not foldable passenger pegs, so once you install the passenger pegs, they are always out. In terms of style, I think the bike is a generic moped style, which I find attractive. The color itself, the orange, really pops, so you're gonna stand out. If you don't like standing out, they also have other colors. I believe they have black, but I personally like the orange. It matches my iPhone. That's it for the first look. Let's take it for a spin. We're doing our ride review of the TST R002 E-bike. Right off the bat, this bike stood out to me because of its cost and what it offers. Its cost to spec ratio. I believe current price, if you buy it right now, I think it's on sale for $699, which is a crazy, insane deal for this kind of a bike. It is a 48 volt system, but it still offers pretty much a full package of what you need in a full e-bike. So it's a 48 volt system with a 750 watt motor, but it peaks at 1500 watts, but it ships as a Class 2. So it ships going at 20 miles per hour, and then in the app, you could unlock it to go 28 miles per hour, Class 3 pretty much. To my knowledge, there's no way of it going past 28 miles per hour, unless there's a way to go into the P settings and change that. The app itself lets you unlock the bike to go Class 3, so it goes 28 miles per hour. This is a very affordable bike at $699. Full suspension e-bike with a 15 amp hour battery, 750 watt motor that peaks at 1500 watts, full suspension, long seat. It's pretty much got like all the standard things you would want in a moped style e-bike, Class 3 e-bike. But the trade-off, at least from what I noticed, started from when I was unpackaging the bike and building the bike. This bike had probably the most things that I had to put together from any bike that I've had in the past. The standard thing that you would install on a bike is the handlebars, the front tire, pedals, and maybe the fenders. That's like standard. On this bike, they make you put together a lot more, and I guess maybe, I don't know if that's what helps in keeping the price down. So besides just those main things you have to put together, on top of that, I had to put together the rear rack, or like the rear extended seat. the seat itself on top of it, the kickstand, and the passenger pegs. Okay, the bike does come with passenger pegs, but you have to install them yourself. They are not foldable. I was able to put this one pretty far back because the cable's here, but on this side, I couldn't put it too far back or else it's gonna hit the rotor. So maybe I could slide it back a little bit, but right now I'm clipping it when I'm trying to pedal. So hopefully that's not a big issue. And if you don't need a passenger, you don't have to install them. But I will ride with my son at times, so I'm gonna have to figure out this whole situation here. That's kind of my first initial impressions, that if you're okay with building, then this shouldn't be a big issue because it does seem to offer a lot for the price. We'll actually start the pedal assist now while we're in a chill area. Okay, so we're gonna start on pedal assist 1. Okay, so pedal assist 1 is topping out at 7-8 miles per hour. Oh, and it does have a 8-speed shifter, Shimano shifter. So if you need to change those gears when you're pedaling, that's always a nice option to have. Okay, bumping up to pedal assist 2, going about 10 miles, 11 miles per hour. We'll go up to 3. Okay, that kicked in. Gotta turn up the gears. Maybe around 14 average. 4. All right, we are going about 18, 17, 18, and pedal assist 5. Probably gonna run out of room. Okay, I'm full ghost pedaling. And it was going 26 on the odometer and 25 on the GPS. When I took it out the other day, I was hitting 28 and it felt like it was being limited. So I'm pretty sure it could exceed that if we could find a way to get into the P settings. Okay. Front suspension feels pretty good. The rear's a little stiff, but I didn't adjust anything, so I'll probably have to tinker with that a little bit. All right, we're gonna go up and do a quick hill test. All right, let's go to our hill test area. And we'll just do pedal assist 5. Pedal assist 5 and throttle. So we're getting up this pretty easily with at about 15 miles per hour. 16, no struggle. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, just throttle. 3, 2, 1, all throttle. Pedal assist 5, all throttle. So definitely feels more powerful when you're pedaling, but it is making it up. Full throttle, 12, at about 12 miles per hour. I personally am not a fan of thumb throttles, and even worse, it's on the left side. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could just swap that over to the right if that's your preference, but I don't like thumb throttles because my thumbs feel like I don't have good control or dexterity over the throttle. My right is better than my left, so I feel like this is like a bigger thing that I'm getting used to. It's not a huge issue, but it's more of a personal preference, and I'm sure with more practice, the dexterity will increase. All right, so we're gonna go down the street and then we're gonna just do a top speed run. Once we go around this bend, we'll just pin it. All right, here we go. So I'm not totally at full battery, and I'm only getting about 24 miles per hour. It says 27 on the odometer. So this is the app, Orbital Sports, and yeah, I have it unlocked on Class 3. You could toggle between Class 2 and Class 3. depending on your needs and how you want to ride. It shows your mileage, your battery, and I guess total mileage. Let's go on this grass a little bit just to test how the suspension feels. Okay, that's a little bouncy. The first e-bike that I bought, I don't remember the brand. I think it was like a Swagtron. This is back in like before 2020, a little bit before 2020, let's just say. I bought that Swagtron and it was like nowhere near the specs of this bike, but I bought it for probably like the same price as this, maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe like $5.99. So in the past 5 years or so, they've really improved the e-bike tech and the cost. The prices really went down. The quality it's not the highest quality, but it's not bad at all, especially for the price. You can't complain for the price. I've reviewed a lot of these more affordable bikes, and they're all pretty similar in terms of like the specs, but if you're looking at bottom line price, this one's going to be hard to beat. Very hard to beat. So what I noticed is that if you're on pedal assist 5, the max pedal assist, the power delivery is pretty torquey, even on the low end. For city commuting, that low end torque is really good. Like if you don't need a really fast top speed, but just need that quick acceleration on the low end, this bike could definitely fit that need. The overall feel of the bike is pretty good. If you're picking this bike up at $699, it's going to be a great deal for what you're getting for the bike. Definitely worth the price, in my opinion. Alright, so let's talk about who this bike is for. If you have a teen or like a younger rider that's looking to get into e-bikes, I think this would be perfect for them because it has all the components that you need in an e-moped style bike, but at the same time you can configure the top speed. Keep it in class 2 for those younger kids that you don't want going super fast. So if you're worried about speed for a younger rider, then this is definitely a nice option. Definitely a nice entry-level e-moped for somebody getting into e-bikes. But not to say that it's not quick and fun to ride, because it definitely is. That low-end torque is quick. It's very zippy. Make sure you're riding within your limits as a rider. The bike pretty much has all the components you need. For the only thing that I can't think of it has is a horn and turn signals. But besides that, it has all the basic features that you need. So let's get some final thoughts. Having a very capable bike at such a low price point is a pretty insane deal. Of course, there are trade-offs, but that's to be expected. The 15 amp hour battery, I would have liked to seen a 20 amp hour battery. This would be definitely a nice city commuter because of its low end torque. You know, you could kind of zip through the areas just as long as you don't need a super high top speed and the biggest battery. So my battery is probably like halfway, and you can definitely tell that the battery sag is kicking in. If you guys have any questions about the bike, leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. You can't really go wrong with this bike at this price point if you're looking to get into e-mopeds. So as always, if you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Hit the thumbs up button, it really helps out the channel. And we'll catch you on the next ride. Alright guys, ride on.